Morning, Fire Readers, and all you other beautiful people. So, start off, I appreciate everyone responding to my questions. It's really nice to see veterans communicating with one another and networking and actually realizing that, we're out there. We just don't always say anything. But so a lot of the responses was regarding civilians and just how different everything is. And that hits home for me. I know because I struggle when I go to work, my actual job, that I'm the only veteran there. So when I say something that's a little off topic, maybe it's a little harsh, maybe it's a little dark, just too dark, or my humor is a little dark, um, I am quickly reminded that I am not in the military anymore. And it's honestly, it feels a little isolating. And I cringe, and then it's like I hate myself. And it's like, but why would I hate myself for that? Because of my my personality that military side of me pushed into me and um, really drilled into me because it's still with me. So why should I hate myself for other people not understanding me? And I think that's the hard part that we, as veterans, kind of have to just adapt and sort of just go along with the flow. I mean, life is always changing, things are always changing, and we're just growing up. We're just always going with the flow, and sometimes we just have to manage, but it gets a little, not to say boring, but I really do miss being around veterans, and I think that's one reason why I'm always just trying to communicate with veterans because I just feel like if I say something, it's not too off the wall. I don't feel too out of place. I mean, I still feel weird, but I don't feel like I'm so in the left field where they can't keep up with my conversation or whatever's being said. And I think that's the hard part with, I guess, just being a veteran in the civilian world. And it's the unspoken small print and everything. I mean, yeah, you get your hardcore type topics with the mental health and what Fight series talks about, which is great. But Fight also kind of sheds light on that there's the small things, it's the details in life, just going to work, and then you have to deal with people who can't seem to show up on time. I drive to and from work an hour. I live out in the country. And people who live in town, few minutes, 10 minutes, even 15 minutes away from work, can't show up to save their life on time. It drives me absolutely insane. I am early. I am always early. If I'm not early, it's for a good reason. And I've never been late, knocking on wood, because I've never been late. I can't stand being late or on time. Early is on time, okay? I can't, I have anxiety. I have to be at work before that. And plus I don't like to feel rushed. I don't know how people live like that. But but it's always the small things, and that's what really, really got to me when y'all answered those questions was that it's the civilian world. It's just different. It's a different mindset. It's a different, of course, um your food bars and everything else that go along with it. So it's definitely the small things, and I know I struggle with that all the time, and I'm really trying not to be so hard on myself. Easier said than done, because it's like I'm weird and I have a problem of over talking, but I have deep psychological reasons for that. But at the same time, it's like I tend to overshare, but I really want to feel like I belong. But at the same time, it's like, but I don't need to feel like I need to belong, not at work. I mean, I like what I do, but there's a lot of politics in the medical field now. And well, I guess there always has been. But, and even outside of COVID, it's not just the COVID thing or pandemic situation, even though that is a big pain still, even still. But it's not just that. It's a lot of things. And I am a lead. I am a lead tech. So I tend to have to be that between of the bench techs and management hates me. So if I randomly end up fired one day, I know why. But it's just difficult when you're trying to be all that you can be, but still be you and not lose yourself and still be a good family members, good spouse, a good parent, a good human being. And it's like, that's one reason I hate politics. Politics divides us, and that's one reason I don't like talking about politics or spreading politics on social media, and I don't like being tagged or being part of trains or anything. I hate politics. Everyone has an opinion. That's good. It differentiates us on some level, but it doesn't mean that that is a tell all that we just cannot live together. Because America, the melting pot, can prove that it can be done. We'll always bash heads to some degree, but that's because people are very passionate and people don't respect each other's boundaries. And they just don't respect each other's beliefs and just their own personalities and just those boundaries. But that's just the way the world that we live in, and I fear we'll never find peace because of it. But on the mental health side of it, I'm I strive for peace, but peace within is not not possible. Not for me. Because I do care. I care about everything I do. Whether it's the cows, whether it's the snakes, whether it's my children, whether it's whatever, I'm going to put my heart into what I do. As a lab tech, I care about what I do. I feel that I'm very good at my job. Then I come across narcissistic because I feel like, and I tell people that I'm good at my job. And then it's like I feel like they're kind of either judgy or um, they just look down upon me that I am good at my job. And very good at multitasking. I'm very good at everything about it. I can read the situation and I can handle it. And unfortunately, socially, I just don't get along with too many people. And then I don't have friends. And then I have to depend on my networking skills through social media with the fight series to feel like I belong anywhere. And I don't like to use the fight series in that way, but fight was sort of my own personal journey through a very, very dark time in my life. And that's why I appreciate everyone um, being able to relate, being able to just read the book or the books and be able to express their own opinions and side of the story, if you will. I mean, every situation may be a little different. I mean, but still, you're able to find a character or a certain situation or just how a scene was described. You were just like, that was me. That was me in that situation. That was me in this other situation. And that alone just means so much to me. And I know it would mean a lot of to other people if we just realize that we can relate with one another. Unfortunately, we can't hide from civilians forever. I wish I could work at a VA. I would love that. But at the same time, I'm not sure I would like that because I've heard horror stories of people who just work there for a few months and just leave because they fight the system. And knowing me, I couldn't keep my mouth shut. I would say something. I would stand up for someone. I actually got fired from a job because I stood up for something that I didn't think was patient care. But that was the only time I've ever been fired from anywhere. But I will say something, and I have learned that. They say you don't know anything until you're in that situation. It's been proven. I will say something if I will stand up for what I believe is right. And if it costs me my job, so be it. But I believe everything happens for a reason too. So, um, hopefully you're able to count 3 good things that happened today. I appreciate you joining me in today. And I'm going to try to see if I can practice more videos and I can actually push myself to do a live video. I'm terrified of live. Not so much with interviewers when they interview me, but I'm terrified of me because my brain will go in so many different directions that I'm afraid I won't be able to keep up with it and still not lose followers, if that makes sense. So, but that's okay. We're going to keep fighting the fights, and if y'all have not yet, please check out the Fight series. It is available for free on Kindle Unlimited if you have those, the first 3 books. The 4th one is in the process of being edited. It's in the final steps. Once I can get through that, I will try to format it and I will get it published. I am self-published, so please help me get the word out. Next week, I'm hoping to have another interview on DV Radio again, and then after that will be Bulletproof Podcast. Never been on that one. I can't wait to meet Ace and be a part of that journey as well. So please, everyone, count at least three good things that happened today. At least three good things. I try to be positive and I try so hard to follow my own advice. So trust me, I do struggle. I'm fighting. I have my own demons to fight. But if we can just watch each other six, I think we can make this a beautiful place, at least to some degree, where we can say it sucks, but misery loves company and we've got each other's back. So, and I think that's probably a very powerful um, state of mind, if you will, because we're not always living in the same area, but just knowing that you could just call up someone or just message someone at whatever time of day, I think is, um, it's just a great feeling. You're not alone and no one's alone. So keep fighting the fight, everyone.